You're listening to a wee moan podcast with Nads and Joan.
Welcome back
Hello.
to a wee moan podcast with Nadia and Joan, where we talk pop culture, entertainment, and celebrity news.
Well done, Joan. Nailed it. Nailed it.
First time. So we have a great show today, Nadia. We're going to talk.
Hang on.
What?
We need to just maybe discuss
Oh,
the.
we're in the same room.
Maybe we just need to just broach that for 1 second. Just hold your horses. We're actually this is the first episode we've done together, so we'll just see how we fare. We just thought we'd just do, we're together.
I jumped on a ferry and you picked me up on the other side of the bay.
Here we are. Well, it'll just be interesting to see how we go with being live together.
Yeah, I'm feeling very calm.
Okay, good.
Dealing with it very, very well.
Awesome. Well, start us off. What are we talking about today?
Okay, so we're going to start off with Mormon wives, the not so secret lives of not so Mormon wives.
Now, you got me onto this, and
My sister-in-law got me onto it.
Oh, sorry, your sister-in-law got
Yeah.
me. And it's about as trashy as you can go. Like it's right.
Woo.
It's right up there. So if you're not into trash TV, this is not
Not for you.
This is not your cup of tea at all. I just feel like I need to say something.
Yeah.
You're addressing me, not the computer.
Oh, do you want me to look at the computer?
I feel like it.
Oh, I'll look at the computer then.
Well, because I'm confused.
I'll
Because
look into it.
we're talking to the audience.
Yeah, I can't believe, but that's the first problem with me being.
Sorry,
Look at the
I know it's just distracting me because you're looking at me and I'm
Okay.
looking at the screen. Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
Just micromanaging
Um,
Joan more. Sorry.
Yeah. So it focuses around Mum Talk, which is a group of.
I
young-
initially thought it was mom, like mom.
Well, it is mom.
No, it's Mormon talk.
Oh, but it can also be mom. But that can also be.
No, it doubles, but I'm
they're
pretty
all
sure.
moms.
I'm pretty sure it's Mormon talk because it's not spelt.
It's MOM.
But I'm pretty sure.
Mom. We're mums. That's the whole thing. They're mums.
Maybe I got that wrong. They
I
still look at
don't
me.
think you have any worth in the Mormon church. Oh, sorry. If you are not a mom. Do you know what I mean?
Well, maybe. Okay, I got that wrong. I got that wrong.
Church and you can't.
Mom. I thought, okay, your
more
mum.
Mormons, then you're just useless.
Mom talk. I thought it was
Mom.
like Mormon talk, but no. Okay,
That's
good.
mom.
Yeah.
So it focuses around 6 or 7 Mormon girls.
They're
who
wild.
practice none of the Mormon values, apart from having children really, really early, as in like 16 and 17.
It's a world that we are not accustomed to. Like, I'm confused watching the show because I have a particular stereotype in mind when we're thinking of Mormon religious, many wives. I'm very
incorrect, Nadia.
Yeah.
Apparently they don't
Set me
have
straight.
many wives. Joseph Smith walked into some cave 120 years ago and then just came out with a whole lot of new scripture and was just like, this is the new word of the Lord. And it's very, very closely related to Christianity, but and they did used to have lots of wives, but that's now frowned upon within the Mormon church, as is drinking tea, alcohol, drugs, etc. However, luckily all members of the Mormon wives do all of those things.
This is where I'm confused, Joan. I am confused. Their whole premise. So just to get it straight, they make it very clear from the onset, and they want to change the image of the Mormon church. That is their whole reason for creating this. That's what they say. It's money and fame. Let's be honest. But their whole ethos is we want to change the reputation and the image of Mormon church. We should also mention that it's Jesus, the Latter-day
Saints. Yeah.
Saints. So that is what they come across. So yes. So they're saying we don't have sex before marriage, but they do. I'm so confused. I'm really confused, Joan, with this show, because they are girls gone wild.
Yeah.
Drinking, sex. It's.
So they talk about women empowerment by being we can make our own. Make our own money and be our own people, and we can be like sexy and outgoing and have children and also be really good wives, which
I don't feel like they're achieving any of that.
They achieve none of that. None of that, including all of them. They've all got breast implants. One girl's had a vagina done.
She shows her vagina to the other cast members. That is giving you a glimpse.
Yes.
A glimpse of what I have been tortured
because she's horrified at the length of her flaps. Which, as I said to Nadia, I don't know, but I'm not sure how long mine are. Do you know how long yours are? But anyway, all of the girls in the Mormon wives seem to completely understand that she needed to undergo surgery, you know, like to get her vagina cut and make it tighter. That is not feminism.
And this woman's in the late 20s, maybe mid 20s, not even. Yeah. So we're not talking about old women. They're very image conscious. It's
she's had her tits done and her vagina done, and she's 27 years old. Like, oh yay!
Yeah.
What a fabulous life.
What I'm really feeling like, if I want to get deeper, I want to psychoanalyze this, because you know, when I watch trashy shows like this, and the themes are cheating on wives, spouses, and like, what is, and they're really shocked. There's one actual scene where they're caught on police body cam after a domestic violence,
Taylor.
And the woman actually got arrested. I'm like, it's stooped in shame. Like all of these women feel like they've got a lot of like sexuality trauma around like shame, around sex, around shame, around like being who they are. Like the religion seems to like really repress a lot of these women, and I feel like the pendulum has swung like the complete opposite direction, Joan. They haven't quite come back into the center yet.
No, but then at the same time, like, you are correct, right? Like, yes, they're not hiding their sexuality. They are pushing their sexuality forward. But to the point where all they are is a sexual being, which is not. You don't want that, do you?
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then what does that lead to? Getting your vagina flaps tightened at the age of 27.
Yeah,
that's not freedom from being within a strict set of values set by the church.
But I think I feel like that's where they're getting their wires crossed. Like, their idea of freedom is debauchery and kind of like everything that Christianity and like being a little bit demure. It's like, you know, like these moral values and things, like that's all flown out the window with these women. Anyway, I've got a picture up on the screen just in case you're really interested in just absolutely, you're not going to learn anything from this show. Nothing. If you want cheap entertainment, not something that's on while you're cooking, but it's a little bit educational, I suppose. Because I had no idea that Mormon women could do all the things that I thought that they couldn't do. Like,
I don't know what the current Mormon Church have said about the TV show. Maybe they completely ignore it. But it is set in Utah, which, wow, like Utah. Is Utah beautiful or is it not? I can't tell if I think it's beautiful. There's mountains and there seems to be large fishing areas. So it does look somewhat beautiful in North America.
I think it looks pretty.
And then it's got that insane church in the middle. You know, the insane church? It's like,
it does. It
white.
Looks Scientology, yes.
Yeah. And then there's some houses that are in the main strip that lead straight up to the church. I feel like if you're in one of those houses, you're doing well.
I'd really like to know, like, what the percentage of people is like Mormon to other religion in that city.
Very high. Very high.
Yeah. I'd love to know that.
Yeah, very, very high. And they fund the church.
Yeah.
And then
what did you say that 10% of people's
10% of people's incomes or something go towards the Mormon church, which would keep that large structure looking good. Which
I don't know if it's the same. I've got a German background. I know that in Germany, I don't know if they still do it, but back in the day, if you were Catholic, it would be the same. 10% of income goes to the Catholic Church. That's a German thing as well.
Yeah.
Fascinating, Joan.
Yes. Well, if
I'm not recommending
no,
this.
if I die,
I'm not recommending this.
If I die and go to hell, I will wake up in Utah as a Mormon wife.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. So
yeah. Next we have what are we going to next?
we've got a full lineup of like a potpourri of like different like things.
Oh, Blake Lively. You're gonna
oh shit, that's
yeah.
me. Okay.
We're introducing, if you have not heard, Blake Lively is suing Jason Baldoni,
Justin
Baldoni, for sexual harassment on set of the shit movie. What was the movie? I've read the book too.
It ends with us at. Let me tell you, this court case doesn't end. Like this has been. I've been following this. I've been eating this for breakfast for the past year. Since the movie came out, I have been well invested in like the entire saga because it involves Taylor Swift. It involves Hugh Grant. No,
Hugh Grant. No, you mean
Hugh
the Australian
Hugh
Jackman, who clearly wants nothing to do with it.
Hugh Jackman. It involves and Ryan Reynolds. Like there's
husband.
Yeah, and there's a lot of intrigue there with his involvement as well. Like there are reports of him getting jealous on the set, being on set a lot.
Yeah.
It's the court case that keeps on giving, and we're not in court yet.
No.
We're in what's it called? Discovery. So people are getting subpoenaed. This is the point where the two sides are gathering information from each other. And this is actually segue into what's most recently happened, where Blake Lively has dropped her claims of emotional distress, which is huge because it's one of her biggest complaints about the sexual harassment claims. And it is without prejudice. So that means she's wanted
not emotionally distressed about sexual harassment anymore.
No, she is, but she's dropping it because she doesn't want to give the information of discovery over, or is there any to be found? So that's where the intrigue is. And she wants to do it without prejudice. And that means that she wants to, at her leisure, bring these claims forward after the discovery process. So she wants to be able to bring it back into court at her when she wants for her case.
She doesn't want to hand the information over now.
Correct.
She wants to announce it when she wants to announce it.
So when the court case is going and they don't have time to pull, reference, but she lost. So the judge ruled. Not only is she has to drop her claims of emotional distress, and she's not allowed to. She can't even talk about being distressed about her claims in court because it's not relevant, and they will strike that from the evidence. So she will not be it's a huge win for Justin Baldoni at this stage, and it just means that this is just getting wilder and wilder. Like, I don't know, like if Blake's literally, my feeling is that she doesn't have any information, or because they wanted obviously her medical, she has to hand over medical, any text messages saying, oh my God, she should have had heaps of it. She's a psychologist.
But maybe they were all to Taylor. Maybe all of her upset text messages were sent to Taylor Swift.
Okay, so that's our next.
I'm not into this.
This is our next story, because this whole this whole time I've been saying, where's Taylor? Where is Taylor? No. Because Taylor Swift did not invite Blake Lively to the Super Bowl, which was the huge upset there. People were just like, okay, so something serious is going on. They haven't been seen together for a very, very long time. And we're going to break this further down because we want to talk about recently there's my dog. Blake Lively, there has been an allegation that she asked Taylor to put out a
tweet.
Well, like a message saying that she supports Blake Lively, and if she doesn't, that to look, I haven't. We're going to talk more about that, and if she doesn't support her, then she's going to release 10 years of text messages. So basically, extorting her. We'll talk about that next time because that's going into a huge thing that it's deep. It's very deep. But where is Taylor Swift? The other thing is Travis Kelce unfollowed Blake and Ryan.
You don't unfollow anyone without any viciousness behind it.
That's how celebrities communicate.
Yes.
Without communicating, if you know what I mean.
There is something in that, Nadia.
And then the internet sleuths have worked out that it was on the exact weekend that Taylor was subpoenaed for the court case.
Well, annoying. I mean, it's like anyone, everyone's supportive.
Yeah.
Until I'll support you. Yeah, I'm going to back you until you actually get asked, could you give evidence in court to support me?
Yeah. No. So not only that, look, Taylor's had just come out. Like now we know where she is. She's been seen, photographed with loads of celebrities. At the moment, because she's celebrating. She just won her catalogue of her original songs back.
Oh, right. Yeah, you said that. Yes. Okay.
I think it was like 350 million or something. Just a cool,
Yeah.
And she's gotten her entire catalogue back. She's got all her versions back as well. I think there was still one version era that she hadn't completed for Taylor's
the new version.
Yeah. So, but I think she's still going to release that. So yeah, that's the roundup.
But Blake was not at the celebrating.
No.
No.
They've never been seen together since last year.
Do you think that maybe they've had a conversation where like Taylor calls Blake and says, "Listen, I just can't be seen with you lately. I can't be seen with you." And Blake would just have to say, "Fair enough."
Well, that she is a really proud, like when she's a friend, like she shows up for, and she's done it with like Kesha. She gave Kesha 100,000 or something to support her sexual
case.
Sexual assault case. I was going to say harassment, but sexual assault case. She's known for being very supportive. So it comes at, look, I don't want to say either side. Like, I don't want to say that they're not friends. But like with Travis Kelce unflowing back, I'm sorry. I don't see them being friends. But we've got actually a video of a hairstylist that's worked in the industry for a long time. And he's actually...
Always trust your hairdresser.
And they're talking on a podcast. Anyway, we're going to play the clip.
Oh, I'm a massive Taylor Swift fan. I have met her in person. I think she's a wonderful person. I think Taylor really does like get bamboozled by bad people.
Yeah.
I think Taylor gets excited about new friends. And I think that
she's too nice.
She's too nice. And the thing is, it's like, because here's the thing. People will say to me, they're like, Justin, you love Taylor Swift so much, but I can't stand Blake Lively for reasons. Like I have reasons why I cannot stand the woman. And I've heard it for years. And I always say in Hollywood, if you hear it over and over that someone is an absolute nightmare, at some point it's going to come out. So when this whole thing came out about Blake Lively, there wasn't even a part of it. It was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, of course. Like I've been hearing about it for years from people who are really, really close to her. Like it's a known thing, like in the beauty world, makeup artists,
everybody talks.
Yeah, everyone who's on sets and stuff, everybody's always talked about what a nightmare she is. So it's going to come out at some point. People are like, you don't like Blake so much. How can you like Taylor if she's like her best friend? I'm like, I don't think that means anything. I think also in Hollywood, there's a hierarchy thing. Taylor is the much more famous one in that friendship. So Blake is kissing Taylor's ass all the time. So Taylor's seeing the best version of Blake.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
such a good point. Yeah.
Like Blake's never going to be an asshole to Taylor because she needs something from Taylor. So and I think Taylor's arguably one of the most famous women in the world. Like, she's probably the...
So,
well, I mean,
there you have it.
Is there anything else to say?
There you have it. Case closed.
It's case closed. Is he going to be at the court? Is he?
Well, they could call him up.
They could call him up.
Well, if he has actual evidence, no, because it's not relevant. It's not relevant to sexual harassment.
There are lots of very, very funny, just mean little stories of Blake being mean to people,
Mm.
which are amusing.
And look, that doesn't mean that she's going to make up a story.
No.
But look, we're undecided. But you know, it does look for me that I'm always looking at patterns. Like if there is a pattern of behavior
Mhm,
over and over and over again,
mhm.
and it just starts adding up that I don't know, Blake's problematic, man.
She's a bit mean. I've heard a terrible story wherein she invited another hairdresser around to her house for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
No Thanksgiving dinner to be seen.
That is rude.
It's
Like
so rude.
like no actual nothing to eat.
Nothing.
So what was
And
she doing?
She was like cake decorating and kind of ignored everyone.
So
I
all
find
guests
that
could just welcome themselves in and just sat and just ate
they
nothing and
sat
did nothing.
around and they did nothing.
And
she
that's a
kept-
big deal. That's a big holiday.
It's a huge meal. It's like turning up for Christmas lunch.
Mm, mm.
And there's just no food. And she was obsessed with like decorating a cake. And then
Oh, like watch me.
Yeah.
Like a performance.
look what I've made, but like no one was eating the cake.
No one was allowed the cake.
No one was allowed the cake. And then he had to leave.
He had to see himself out.
He had to see himself out. He was so hungry. So again,
Yeah.
like, come on.
That's another strike, Blake. Another
Yeah,
strike.
Another strike.
But look, the jury's still out. The court case is going ahead. Well, it's I feel like Blake might pull out at this stage because I don't think she's got much of a case at this stage. But in the court of public opinion, I think Justin is just about winning, don't you think?
Oh, I don't know. I
Yeah.
need to look into it more.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't know. Justin Baldoni, I don't know. But I'll tell you
I
what
don't
is
know
interesting.
either. Yeah.
Watching the movie is
Mm.
a strange experience.
They're very sexual. Like I believed their relationship was very sexually charged.
Yes.
It was
That's-
uncomfortable.
I was uncomfortable in my own bedroom watching a sex scene because I'm like, oh my God, are they enjoying this? Is she enjoying this? What's happening? Is Ryan Reynolds watching?
That's the thing.
Is he adding to the 10th?
That's why
Feeling.
there was a lot of rumors around Ryan Reynolds being jealous on set, and that sort of sprang the him being upset. And yeah, so anyway, let's move on because I think we
Yeah.
can do a whole show on that, literally that court case. Like if you guys want us to break it down further, write in the comments right now and let us know your thoughts.
Yes, because there is interesting links also to Amber Heard's case where
The PR.
the PR company that took down Amber Heard, although you would beg to differ,
Mm.
is also was used by Jason Baldoni to
Mm.
bot attack and somewhat take.
Hang
down
on.
Blake. But,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Let's
but
just
allegedly.
put that out.
And I find that whole PR thing interesting and revolting.
Yeah.
It's
It's true.
yeah, totally.
All right, what's next? We are talking. I
Uh,
think you're going to talk about a movie of some
I
description.
am.
You tell
I
us about, because I
am.
know nothing about this, so I'm really interested about hearing this.
So this is called Mountainhead, and it is it's written and directed by the guy who did Succession. So I mean,
Okay.
who wouldn't? wanna
Where
watch
can we
something?
see this?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll have to look that up for
Oh, it
you.
says there's HBO original. I don't know if.
I did have to pay like some
Okay.
subscriber thing and have to. Yeah, it wasn't like on the normal thing. Sorry.
I'll
but,
look it up.
Yeah. So anyway, so done by the same guy who does Succession.
Yeah.
It is about four tech brothers four billionaires who have gone, they've all made it, they're all billionaires.
It's a story.
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's based on so when you watch it, you're pretty much going, oh, who's he? It's got Steve Coogan. Is that his name?
Carell?
Steve Carell. Yeah, Steve Carell plays Peter Thiel. People have sort of decided that's Peter Thiel. So Peter Thiel, he was in the beginnings of Facebook. He also started PayPal with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is another character in it. He's Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and two other tech bros who are like billionaires, and they get together to just be like, hey, actually the world's collapsed around them because Elon Musk, or the character who is Elon Musk, has
So he's not called Elon Musk.
no.
Okay.
But you're like, oh, that's Elon.
Oh, so, yeah,
There's certain things like, he's got a child turns up and he's really bad at communicating with the child.
Yeah, yeah.
Elon. Elon with X.
Yeah.
Elon has created a AI technology that is so good that no one can tell the difference. And then that has then led to like the destruction of the world. And one of the tech brothers is also working on an AI piece of material that is, if he releases it, people will be able to use it to decipher what is real and what is not. So that so it's interesting, right? Like you've got all these billionaires,
big players,
and how they react to each other and
dynamics and all that. Sort of stuff.
So it's actually not that great. I like that.
What are we talking about it, Joan?
Well, I don't know, because it's kind of cool. And the guy from Succession made it.
Well, it's on.
What's his name?
You can watch it on.
Jesse Armstrong.
It just says Max subscription. I don't know where.
Okay, look, that's that. It's
All right, thanks for that.
No worries.
So why don't we talk about the deep plane facelift?
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've been like, floating around TikTok these days or just anywhere.
My face is looking pretty good right now.
Well, let's compare it to.
Oh, no.
Let's compare it to.
Is that me?
That's Lindsay Lohan right there. So that's Lindsay Lohan on the right. Sorry, on the left side, probably about 10 years ago. And then
Bad fake tan.
Yeah,
we've
freckles.
All
she's
been there, done that.
She looks young and youthful. On the right is now.
She's a bot.
She is a clone. Look, I don't know. That's obviously a lot of makeup compared to the first photo.
And proper makeup as opposed to freckles and like stained orange. But do you know what? Which one do you prefer?
Yeah, I prefer the one where she looks stoned and on drugs.
Yes, the left one. Because
she looks real. Whereas the other one looks like she's been blown up, sort of. And you can tell she's had. Anyway, I don't want to like completely,
trash the facelift.
Well, I mean, it must mean that she's quite insecure, Yeah,
I like Lindsay Lohan. I always have.
But I know, what sort of message is this? I mean, we can get into that whole debate of like growing up gracefully, growing older gracefully, and like. We're the same age basically.
I know.
And she looks
like
10 years old.
Basically. The one on the right.
Yeah, the one where she's got a deep plane facelift. Anyway, there's this whole thing going on with loads of people now. Shania Twain,
really?
Kris Jenner. We've got another. We'll bring up the shot.
Kris Jenner.
We'll bring up the shot of Kris Jenner.
That was where
that was the
really
latest.
It's
exploded. Yeah, so Kris Jenner's turning 70 this year.
She could be 70 on the left.
But they even do stuff to the neck. Like the areas
the neck is a giveaway.
Yeah, but they're now it's not.
Now, no turkey neck there.
Well, you'd have to look at the hands,
Yeah. Has she had hand surgery?
Or her vagina.
Telltale sign. Particularly if you wax. If you don't wax, the hair covers it. No problem.
Absolutely. But look, I don't know.
Well, anyway, do you know what is this? What is different about this facelift?
It's basically I don't know. It's a deep plane facelift.
What does deep plane?
It costs it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars.
But you'd want it to. You wouldn't want to be getting it cheap, would you?
No.
You're not going bargain basement for that.
No. Look, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I think they'd thread. It's stitching. It's basically
slice the edge of your face.
It's Frankensteining.
It back.
It's Frankensteining, but like microsurgery, all sorts of I don't know. They're really insane. These plastic surgeons now. But anyway, I don't know what that's saying about society. I feel like they've made leaps and bounds in the areas of this, and we can't even cure cancer.
Oh, exactly, Nadia. You've hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's revolting. People need doctors for medical procedures that actually do something. Everyone's in the.
That's the point.
It's just
that's the point. Like we're losing we're losing perspective here. Like, sure, you look great.
So what?
But put your money, like that's where people have got to invest their money in deep plane
But also,
facelifts.
it's like, okay, yeah, you look hot. What have you been doing for the last 6 months? I bet she's been wrapped up in bandages, swollen, drinking liquid food out of a straw.
Yeah, disgusting.
Like, okay, well, what a great 6 months you've had. You were only on planet Earth for so long.
Yeah.
Like enjoy your time.
Yeah.
Don't lie in a bed covered in bandages like a mummy. Twerk like Meghan Markle.
That's a great segue, Joan. Good. You want to explain it before we flick it up?
Oh, it's ridiculous. But my other sister-in-law told me important information. Meghan has released on the 4-year birthday of Lilibet, which I have to say, I really do like the name Lilibet.
It's cute.
It's really
It's
cute.
actually named after the Queen, the late Queen.
It's so cute. So she released on her daughter's fourth birthday a really annoying video of her twerking in the Labour suite, where Harry jumps in and they twerk away.
Why don't we just roll the video?
Just roll a video and get annoyed.
Hang on, let me just press play.
Hang on,
you
it's
hear it?
coming. I can hear it. And I can see it, but our viewers can't. And boy, is it good.
Why is it coming up? All right, hang on. No, you keep talking
All right,
about just maybe talk about the motivations behind why you think this might be happening.
It just misses the mark again, unfortunately. Like Meghan Markle's missed the mark again. You could, I just don't, I've never seen anyone have so much fun in a birthing suite. But of course, her and Harry are just having the time of their life, which, yeah. So it's kind of frustrating, like you're just rubbing your face in to everyone's, like, oh, look how much fun we were having while I was giving birth.
Mm. Well, I
really,
think,
were you really?
I think it's a marketing ploy to make them look more human, like make them look more.
But they don't look more human. They look more annoying because it's like it's not that fun. Maybe you have a little laugh every now and then, but I don't know. There she is. Wait for Harry to come in. This is Prince and Harry, Meghan. And Harry comes in.
Yeah, I said I'm pregnant, give the child support and pay my rent. Your opinion is irrelevant.
Working.
I'm a baby mama. I can do just what I want. Turn up.
Oh, here we
Here we go. He's the
so
prince.
in love and no arguing in the car on the way to the hospital with this couple. No, not true.
Yeah. Oh, she really gets down low.
Yeah.
Anyway, good on them. They're giving it a go. Like,
yeah, they're trying.
They're really trying. Like, I thought it wasn't a bad effort, to be honest, because everything is really controlled and like it feels very curated on always on her behalf. Like she's always got talking points. She's always like feels very like rehearsed. Like this actually makes me I think it works on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it works on me.
Okay, so I suppose the whole thing thought process behind it, she wakes up and she goes, oh, it's Linda's 4th birthday. Okay, I need to release some content because that's what she does. And she thinks, oh, hang on a minute. Do you think she remembered? Oh, remember that moment that we were twerking in the bedroom when I gave birth? Or do you think that 4 years ago to this day,
yeah,
she went, I'm going to film a video and I'll keep that up my sleeve for later?
Well, I reckon she might have wanted to post that and it didn't fit her image at 4 years ago because she's far more curated. She now has an entire team dedicated to her image and would have been like, why haven't you posted that 4 years ago? Hello, that's like gold. That's what you want.
Would they have access to her phone and to be like, Meghan, this is gold?
Like that's what we're looking for. Like that, I reckon they would be trying to get things from her that make her look more organic. Yes, I do. And she'd be like, what about this? dude, why don't you post that? Yeah, because I felt like it was too much.
Do
Because
you
I'm
remember? Do you remember when you and me curated? Do you remember when you and me curated an image when I was heavily pregnant with my first son, and I was annoyed at
what?
I was
You
annoyed
and
at
me?
Andrew. I was heavily pregnant. I was
Yeah,
at your house.
Yeah,
And I was walking down the street pretending to vomit down the street, and you were taking photos of me
that does starting
Do you
to ring.
remember that?
It's starting to ring a bell. But who are we going to send that to?
to Andrew and be like, "How dare you go out and have fun, Jones?"
Did we actually get video footage? We should show that.
We would have taken photos.
Well, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for next episode where we get pics of
Me,
Joan. How many years back?
vomiting in Gertrude Street?
How many
pregnant?
how many years back was that? 12? 13?
How old is he?
No, I'm asking you.
11.
Okay,
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
So
There you go. So there you go. I may pull up images of me in my labour, and Megan did the same thing. So really, I shouldn't be so critical.
no, you shouldn't.
No.
Anyway, that's us for this week. I feel like we've covered a range of different things.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to pull up, Joni?
No, we're done.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe. And
Bye, guys.
Och, that's enough moaning for today, lasses. See you next week.